Well, look what Mimo's Jewelry sent over. We have a new release from Seiko. This is the SFK001 using the Solar Quartz 5K65. Retail price $775. You're not going to pay that. You're not going to pay $775. When you buy it from Mimo's, use the code at checkout random. Just type in random, the word random, and you will get the best code possible. I hope. If not, Mimo has codes there too. You can figure something out. You'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Let's get into this thing because it's basically a Sumo. It's basically a Sumo. It's been a while since I've handled a Sumo, but this is a Sumo. So 44.9 millimeter or 45 mil wide. The lug to lug is a 51.8. Yes, these are large dimensions, but I know people legit, and you guys will even comment down below for the people that haven't tried these on. I know people that have like a 6.5-inch wrist that wear these watches. This 45 by almost 52 is a really weird sized case, but it just melts into the wrist. The thickness, 14 millimeter. You have a sapphire crystal up top. 20 millimeter lug width. Bracelet tapers down to 18. You have your standard Seiko affair here for micro adjust stamped with that silly dive extension over there. Screw down crown, 200 meter water resist, all that good stuff. 120 click bezel, aluminum bezel insert on this guy. We can go ahead and zoom in. We'll probably keep this one fairly short, but I do want to run it through its operations. There's a couple different colorways. I know there's a green one as well. I'm not sure if there's more, but if there isn't, there will be, I'm sure. 120 click bezel, like I said, easy to access top and bottom. It's near impossible to grab on the sides because it's kind of shrouded. Pretty smooth Seiko affair. This one's definitely half a click off, but it has enough friction in it that you basically line it up and it holds pretty well. Solar movement, like I said, so you're not going to have to worry about battery changes. Accuracy is plus minus 15 seconds per month. Probably a little bit better than that. You have that really nice bright orange GMT hand, and let's unscrew the crown because this is a Traveler's GMT. Nice pop to the crown. You're not going to wind it or anything because it's quartz, right? So first position, this is where you jump your hour time. So as you're traveling, if you go, travel to the west, I'm kind of on the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if I travel to the west, I'm going to jump, I'm going to go backwards 3 hours, right? So I'd be there, right? Or if you're in the west and you're going east, you need to jump that sucker forward. Also for changing your time, nice snap to that too. Very tactile snap. This is also how you change your date. So that's how you would forward your date. Very crisp snap to this. I like that. Then if you pop it all the way out, it will stop the seconds hand, and then this is how you adjust your total time, your main time. So however you want to do it. You can set your local time. That orange is like a fluorescent orange GMT hand too. I really like that. That is clean. And then you screw that 7 millimeter crown back in and you're good to go. Nice finishing on this. Nice sharp transitions from the brushing to the polished. A little different than I remember some of the older ones. It's a pretty thin line along here for the brushing, but it has like I said, it has a nice sharp transition. It's not a transition, nice sharp, polished to brushed edge. But I feel like the finishing on this one's probably not quite as good as some of those earlier Sumos, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Let's pop this on my 7 1/4 inch wrists so you can get a look at that. Classic Seiko, just melds right into the wrist. Very comfortable, the cushion case. I think this is doable depending on how much surface area you have across your wrist, but I know for a fact people with like about 6.5 inch wrist have worn these. Should you wear it, well, that's up to you. It's your money. Wear whatever the heck you want. I don't think there's any rules to this. Anybody that tries to tell you there's rules, they're wrong, because there simply are not. Let's give this a quick blast with the UV light. Man, I love that orange hand. Let's kill the studio lights. Check out the lume on this thing. Speaking of Mimos, I'm going to be out in Mimos in August. So if you're in the Long Beach area, maybe try to swing by. I'll give you dates later on another Mimo video or a live show or something like that. You can see they used a blue lume on the GMT triangle, and everything else is in green. Well done, Seiko.